Good morning, everyone. This is the video of Moral Science for Class 9, and this is chapter number 9. The name of the chapter is Love for Our Common Home. So, love for our common home means in this chapter we are going to discuss about our earth, our environment, how to keep it clean, and what are the things that we all are doing to disturb the environment. So as you can see, children, it is given the environment is God's gift to everyone. As we know, the environment is the God gift to everyone, and in our use of it we have responsibility towards the poor, towards the future generation, and towards the humanity as a whole. So Pope Benedict, he has given that these lines, that environment, it is the gift of God for everyone. So our responsibility is towards the earth, towards the future generation, and towards the mature humanity as a whole, that we have to keep our environment clean. Our ancestors, they were living in harmony with nature. Harmony means they have the love for the nature. So they have the creative relationship with the environment in which they live. They prayed for well-being of the whole universe. They prayed with the deep desire to see the joy of the whole world. So the ancestors, they were taking care of this environment. So there is 4 words they have given. Lokaha samastha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha means lok, samast means ikatthe, and sukhno means the happiness. Bhavante means we will get that happiness only when we all are staying together and when we all are working together. So man, they have regarded as a natural power, which is considered, they should consider nature as their mother. So we should protect our earth. We knew that a good well-being, a good human being, we have the responsibility towards the earth. So we all have the responsibilities towards the earth. If we are not going to take the responsibility of our earth, maybe we are not going to face the problem, but our future generation, our children, their children, they are going to face the problem in the future. So as in the long run there came a shift, and man considered all the gift of nature as his fundamental right and did not bother to sustain them or pass on legacy with all its richness and beauty for the future generation. The inhabitant of the earth in the 21st century are faced with some drastic consequences of reckless, I have also given the word also, means they are careless, they are totally careless attitude they are having towards the nature, because they have that careless attitude. So that is why they are not helping the environment, they are not helping the nature to be the same for a long time, because they are not taking care of the nature. So as history tells us, I am reading the 3rd paragraph now. History tells us that the world turned a deaf ear to such warning, and hence we are now forced to deal with the tsunamis, earthquake, storm, thunder, cloud explosion, recurrent floods and drought, barren soil, depleted forest, new kind of diseases in plants, animals and humans, population of water, air and pollution in the water, air and soil. So what we are doing? We are just playing with the nature. So in the return, we are also getting the same things. We are suffering from lots of problems, just like tsunamis, earthquakes, storm, thunder, cloud explosion, many other problems are there. And nowadays even a new kind of disease and in plants as well as the animal and in human are also developing. So pollution we are creating. So if irregularly what we are doing, we are just destroying the environment. And American proverb puts it well, only the last tree has been cut down. Only the last tree has been cut down, the last fish has been caught, and the last stream has been poisoned, then we will realize that we cannot eat money. So meaning of these line is that we are cutting trees, we are just poisoning the rivers, the land, the air through the different type of pollutions, but we can't eat. But why we are doing all these things? We are doing all these things just to get the money. So in future, when all these things will get exhausted, then the people are going to realize that we are not able to eat money. We need the environment to survive. We need clean air. We need a proper place to survive. So the people, they are not listening, but just for earning money, we are cutting trees. Everyone wants their big homes. We are cutting the trees and we are making our houses. Factories cut the trees and they make the factories. So many material which are not of use, we are throwing in the water, in the land, in the air, the gases are going. So we are not trying to understand the problems that will arise in future. So Henry David Thoreau tells us that we must often ask ourselves, what is the use of house if we don't have a decent planet to put it on? So if we don't have a planet, where we are going to put our house? So Pope Francis make it clear when he says that we are forced not with two separate crises, one environmental and one other social, but rather than one complex crisis which is both social and environmental. The time has come to make it mandatory for every individual to be concerned about the well-being of Mother Earth. Just as we are concerned about the safety and security of our private homes, same way we should consider Earth as our mother home. Only remedial measures launched from multiple angels can save the Earth now. By celebrating the World Environmental Day on 5th June. World Environmental Day is celebrated on 5th of June. So when this day is celebrated, so on that is celebrated on 5th of June every year. The UN helps us to become helps us to become conscious about the problems and the solution related to environmental crisis. The earth is truly remarkable place, but the environment is something that we all take for granted. The natural beauty of seas, forests are beyond comparison, and yet we continue to pollute them. We depend on our environment for our very existence, yet we continue to destroy it for our materialistic gain. So what we should do? We should take care of our earth, and we should do such activities, we should plan such activities in which we are not going to destroy our environment. The people, we should spread some awareness programs, so that the people, they should make aware of the consequences what they are going to face in the future. So how to save the earth? Because our children, our grandchildren, and the grandchildren will have to suffer from the problem if we are not going to help our planet now. So Earth, our common home, has begun to look more and more like an immense pile of filth. In many parts of planet, the elderly lament that once beautiful landscapes are now covered with rubbish. That also we can see in the picture, that the beautiful lands, they are now covered into rubbish. Industrial waste is there, many chemical products are there, agriculture area can lead to bioaccumulation on the organism of local pollution, even when the level of toxin in those places are low. Frequently, no measures are taken until the people of the earth has been irreversibly affected. Madhu Bhatnagar, the head of environmental department at Sri Ram School, Vasant Vihar, New Delhi, what she has done, So her school was the first implement rooftop rainwater harvesting in 1999. Okay, what she has done, she has started the rooftop rainwater harvested first in 1999 in her school, and after that a practice that has since been replicated across the country in at least 2000 schools. So Miss Bhatnagar believes in the power of the children to make the difference in the society. The Indian revolutionist has created a junior tiger task force, and her students have written letter to influential decision maker and travel across the various national park. Another example is M. Yoganathan. Popularly, he is known as the tree man. Because why he is called as the tree man and the name is Yoganathan? He is one of the inspiring Indian environmental activists. Now, he was the conductor in TNST Coimbatore. He has planted over 1,20,000 trees in past 28 years. And he went about teaching students the importance of environmental conservation in school across Tamil Nadu. Pope Francis speaks in Laudato Si, Earth our common home, now crisis out to us because of harm we have inflicted. Inflicted means to face something, to have. To face something, to force somebody to have something pleasant. That is the meaning of inflicted. So on her by the responsible use and abuse of goods with which the God has endowed her. A sober look to our world shows that the degree of human intervention, often in the service of business interest, is actually making our earth less rich and beautiful, ever more limited and grey, even as technological advances and consumer goods continue to abound limitlessly. So, we seem to think that we can substitute an irreplaceable and irretrievable beauty which something we have created ourselves. So, in this chapter, simply they have given about the idea that how the earth is destroying and how it is creating problem for future coming generation. So we should recycle things. We should do something so that the other generation can live happily on the earth. Now, one more example they have given, that is the greenhouse effect. So you can see in the picture also, blue colored is the earth. Now the sun rays are coming towards the earth. Some are absorbed by the earth and some are reflected by the earth. But because of large CO2 and other gases like methane, nitrogen dioxide, what they do? They trap the heat and they always keep the earth's surface warm. So that is why there is an increase in the temperature of the earth. Now, why this type of gases, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrogen oxide and other gases, they are releasing in the environment because of the many human activities done by the humans. From the factories, the smoke is coming out and the waste material is burnt outside. So many things are there. So population is also too much large. So that is why the people, they are suffering a lot of trouble. So slowly and now we can also see during the summer also the temperature increases so high that we are not able to come outside of our houses. So slowly the temperature of the earth is increasing. The glaciers, they are melting. So it is creating a disturbance in the environment. So anyhow, we have to avoid such things so that the environment should be safe.